It's interesting to me how many of the issues we deal with are issues that come up time and time again. Just the other day, I was talking with a client of mine about charging for an initial consultation. And in her case, we had several options. One is charge, two is no charge. Those are obvious options. In my own belief system, there's no time that it would be a no charge visit or consultation if I'm giving legal advice, or if you are giving legal advice. If you were my coaching client, that's what I would tell you. The idea of charging, however, is anathema to a number of lawyers because they're afraid of the competitive pressure, meaning a lawyer down the street is going to have a no charge first consultation. And as I was talking with my client, something that is obvious to me now, but it was not something on top of my mind when I was thinking about this earlier, and it just sort of came out in my conversation with her, so I wanted to share it with you. And that is, why not charge your client maybe 50 to 75% of your normal hourly rate if you're billing by the hour still, and with the proviso that if that person engages you as their attorney, that what you have charged them gets applied to their total bill. So in effect, that initial consultation is not going to cost them. Yes, the total representation will cost them, but that money is going to be credited back to them. It's not going to be lost. And if you are charging less than your full rate, they're benefiting to begin with. So they feel good. You do not feel resentful. You feel as though you're getting something for the time you're giving them. And it's an inducement, an incentive, if you will, for them to engage you. Now, when is the question I would ask next? Should you give them the credit for that fee? My suggestion is that you give them credit for that fee at the end of the representation, not in the first billing. That's additional incentive for them to stay with you. I was reminded of this because my daughter is now about to sign a lease for new office space. She's moving her offices. She's a physical therapist, and I happen to be very proud of her. And she is going into new space, and she's getting credit for, I think, 4 or 5 months of rent. And in my simple way of thinking, I'm suggesting that, well, that's great because the first 5 months will be free. She'll be able to use that money as capital to buy or lease the equipment she needs, to do other things she needs to set up and so forth. Comes to find out that that's not the case. During the first year, she will get credit for 2 months. During the second year, she'll get credit for another 2 months. And during the third year, she'll get credit for a 5th month. Very smart on the part of the landlord to spread out that freebie, so to speak, and to even out the landlord's cash flow. I'm suggesting to you that you do the same thing with your client in regards to the first hour or whatever it may be for that initial consultation. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for joining us.